Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of She Is Cooked, where I pair my favorite plants and plates. Today we are trying something new. I got a new machine, the Altafuse. So we're gonna unbox it and give it a try. I am so excited because I've actually never tried an infusion machine, and this thing looked so cool, and it's the first of its kind. So let's open it and I'll tell you all about it. All right, so right off the bat, as soon as I open it, the first thing I see is a approximate potency chart as well as a kitchen conversion chart. Love that for us. Then I've got a simple how to use card. Then we've got an essential infusion recipes, which is what I was hoping for because to be honest, the girl doesn't even know where to start with this. I don't know how much flour I need. I don't know how much butter I need. I don't know literally anything about anything at all on how to do this. So I am so glad that they're making it really easy for a girl like me. And then we've got the how to instructions before using and to keep it safe. All right, now to actually get the stuff out of the box. Shall we, lords? Little scrubbity scrabbity brush. We love that. All right. Ooh. Ooh. This piece is a little hard to get out. Okay. Here is the funnel. This looks like a funnel. Ooh, this looks like the fancy part that actually does the work. Hold on. Ooh, ah. Okay, let's put that off to the side for now. All right, now's the big papa, the actual like machine part. Give me a second. I don't know what this is, but it just fell off of something somewhere and it is so small. It literally looks like a little spaceship, like a trampoline for little things. I don't know. Bugs? Bugs. I gotta admit, dudes, this was packed up super nicely. Like, they clearly care very much about this product. So now we've got the body of the machine out. It kind of looks like a little Keurig, which I love. I feel like it's like the super simple to just keep either on your counter or somewhere hidden. And then we've got the glass kettle that goes with it. So I guess let's read the instructions. What's in the box? So this is the base machine, the kettle. This is the ultrasonic lid. Engineered with cutting edge ultrasonic technology, this lid enhances the infusion process by promoting rapid uniform extraction of flavors and ingredients. D is a touch screen, so this little pad here. And then also there's this little pad on the back, which is a weighing scale. And then F, the thing that I thought was a funnel, is actually a drainer. Okay, so now we know what all of these pieces are. I'm so curious about this ultrasonic piece of it. Now we know that. Let's read what we actually need, I guess, in order to make this happen. I want to make. I feel like what I want to make is a typical butter, and the reason for that is obviously baking. It says here, 4 butters. Because we're definitely going to be doing infuse mode. Coconut oil, honey, infused butter. Okay. Fresh or coarsely ground herbs, an ounce to 4 sticks of butter. All right. I gotta get the flour then. Let's Altafuse the freak out of some stuff. And for my dry herb infusion, I'm going to be using the Uncommon Cream Machine. So let's grind this all up. Inside of this recipe book that comes along with it, it's saying here that in order to So it says place the herbs inside, blah 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 blah. Melt or microwave. Wow. Nope. Melt 16 ounces of butter in either a microwave or the stovetop. Alternatively, you can use the infuse mode, only Alta 1 for a few minutes to melt it. Pour the melted butter into the kettle and secure the lid closely. Secure the lid. First, I'm going to throw the butter on to melt, and then I'm going to grind up the herbs. So let's do the butter first. Let's put it on. Put it on. Now, I'm sure you probably noticed, but I'm clearly clumsy. So, anyway, at least it's on. Here's the butter. I'm using a creamy salted butter, and I am just going to toss it into the pot here and let it melt. I'm not going to show the whole melt process because I think that's fairly straightforward. Now it's time for the favorite feature of this device, and so you can zero out the scale on that little circle thing in the back pad, and you can see the digital screen in the front. I'm going to be busting up my beautiful uncommon flower. Again, look at those buds. Blown away by the quality of this. Breaking it up, and then we broke the bowl because, again, I am clumsy. I warned you guys. I wanted to make it all aesthetic, but I just put it inside of a brown container, threw it on there, and what do you know? We've got 26 grams. So we're checking out the action card. It says add the liquid and the flour, and then filter and enjoy. So I am adding the flour, as you can see, and then I am also adding the liquid, which is the melted butter that I'm just grabbing from the stovetop behind me. Now it's all in there, ready to go. I love the way that bubble looks. And so we're going to be putting in the infusion lid. I actually put it on backwards, put it the other way. Then you want to put it in, and the instructions say to look for a click and that little light to come on the top. It's a literal space machine. I can't get over how cool this is. And now I'm going to be hitting the AltaInfuse button, so I don't have to decarb my cannabis. It'll heat to that 140. It does it for 50 minutes. And then, as you're about to hear, it starts the ultrasonic waves. It does have that like light hum sound and was a little worrisome, but I actually think it's cool. And then you can see the butter moving around all of the little flecks of plant material. So I think that's how you tell it's working. At least that's how I'm going to believe. And then after 50 minutes, that green light comes on and you can just pull it out. And so this is what it looked like at the end. Now we have to strain it, so I'm using that funnel thing, throwing the bug trampoline on the inside and plugging it up. Well, let's go ahead and remove the little lid off of this thing. It didn't feel hot to the touch or anything, but I did feel a little hot on the bottom. That's why I've got that heat pad. And you literally just dump it straight into this funnel, I guess, and then it goes into the bowl. I cleaned my sink out first, get off my back. And now we have the finished product here, which is a beautiful butter. And what I love about this is it doesn't have all that green chlorophyll material. So it's a little green, but not too bad. And here it is after it's cooled. I am super excited about the Altafuse machine. It's easy to use, easy to clean, an all-in-one solution, and making edibles super easy. So I will be using it all summer. Thanks for joining me on another episode of She Is Cooked.